We're live.
We're live already?
Yes, sir.
I'm trying to adjust my microphone. Welcome to the Monday Morning Money Show. It's Monday morning. Money is plentiful. The entire universe is conspiring for our benefit.
Working in our favor.
It is. I'm so happy and grateful that money comes to me in increasing quantities through multiple sources on a continuous basis.
That's it.
Yeah. So, 2020 was a great year for revenue for DigiNinja. I got my DigiNinja t-shirt on today. We're planning on doubling the revenue in 2021. I have a little issue with my
mic stand there.
Is it loose?
Yeah, it seems loose. Okay. It's all right. So, Felipe, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me
here. Thanks for being on. We talk a lot about producing, how to produce more income. I had a really smart guy on Saturday. Did you see my Saturday special edition?
With Colby, right?
Yeah, Colby. Colby is a health and nutrition expert. We talked about intermittent fasting and things like that. It was a great show. Had quite a bit of feedback, lots of comments. By the way, drop us a comment if you have a question. If you have a criticism, I like to actually get criticism in the comments. It allows me to see what I need to work on.
Yes,
to get better. It generally produces more views.
Get more attention.
Yeah, get more attention. So I like to put it out there. I'm not scared of a little bit of criticism. But Colby and I were talking about how there's a lot of bad information out there about money.
I agree.
There's a lot of lack of education, and a lot of so-called experts or gurus like to focus on budgets, cutting expenses. You're shaking your head.
I don't agree with that.
What do you mean?
I believe to attain money, you have to just make more revenue, make more income. Don't change your budget or your lifestyle. Make your money work for that. If you want to spend, $45 on a steak, okay, just make more money.
So you're in the camp of increasing your income.
Yes.
I agree. Yeah. If you focus on debt, you'll probably get more debt.
Right.
If you focus on budget, you're going to have to live in a budget. And, but let's not sometimes what I say is taking out of context. I'm not saying be frivolous.
No.
As a matter of fact, I don't think it's a good idea to roll through Starbucks 3 times a day and spend $7 several times a day on coffee. But if I want a $5 coffee, I'm going to get the $5 coffee.
Right. Absolutely. I don't want to go on a vacation and I can only spend $400 or $500 today. I want to go spend what I want. It's my vacation.
Yeah. So we are both on the same camp of increasing your income. There's Joey Arvidson. What's Joey saying?
Says, good morning, Billy and Felipe. Tell me about apps such as Multimine that allow you to mine crypto through your phone. Opinions?
See, we'll talk about some crypto. By the way, Joey, I'm glad you're watching. You're going to be surprised at what I'm about to say.
Joseph.
Bitcoin's going to 100,000.
I'm buying along and along.
I'm not. Yeah. Listen, are you serious?
On Cash App, if every purchase you use your Cash App card, it gives you 5% in the Bitcoin.
Really?
Just for free, so I might as well.
Yeah.
I use my card anyway.
So hold on. Explain that to me now. You use your Cash App card to make purchases. Yep. That's a debit card on a Cash App debit card. Mm-hmm. I have one of those. I locked it in my safe though. I have a big stack of cards. I never use them, so I just put them in the safe. So I can actually use my Cash App card. And whatever I buy, I'm getting 5%
towards Bitcoin. I didn't know about it till Case told me. And I never used my card till then. Started buying like my hotel rooms and stuff like that, gas, straight with the Cash App card.
So it gives you 5% of whatever you spend in Bitcoin. Mm-hmm. That's a no-brainer. So right there, let me go ahead and tell you, if you're paying attention, number one, I don't know if I told you, but I told most everyone else. I tell all the employees, all the ninjas, get the Cash App card.
Yes.
Because it does build. I I didn't know it did this, but it gives you cash back. Cash back is free money. 5% Bitcoin. I'm going to have to validate this, Smith.
Let me find my card here.
But if it gives you 5%, man, look, we spend about $300,000 per
10%
no,
on one purchase right now. On any one,
earn 10% worth of Bitcoin. Read this. Earn 10% worth of Bitcoin on one purchase. So that's a boost right there.
yes,
That's a Cash App boost.
it lasts for 4
All right,
days.
listen to me. Go on Cash App, use the boost, pay for it with the card, and you get 10%. That's free money. Even though Bitcoin is a bubble and it's worthless,
It's free.
it has no value other than a lot of people like to talk about it and like to buy it. And it is going up. See, it is a bubble. Now, I said that the bubble was about to pop, but it's not. And here's why. When Elon Musk says, I'm a Bitcoin fan,
It's going up.
and he puts it in his bio, hashtag Bitcoin. I'm sorry. Listen, I've always said I'm open-minded and I'll change my mind given the right set of evidence. And you don't like that glare, do you, Smith?
Oh no, I feel like I've got more light on you than I have on Felipe.
It's because he's got on
I
those,
think I'm
those
a
hats.
little
Oh,
darker.
the hat, yeah.
Oh, you true.
Oh, the
Listen,
hat.
but I've always said I'm open-minded. You've heard me say it on this show many, many times. You've been here for all 150 shows we've had, Smith. Have you heard me say that I will change my mind given the right set of evidence?
Multiple times.
Okay. I'm still a long run Bitcoin bear. It has no value. You can't do anything with it. But the fact that everybody likes it and the fact that Elon Musk, who's not only the richest man on the planet, but the most powerful man on the planet, he can absolutely drive the price up. So unless he comes out and says, hey, I was just kidding, which he was just kidding, but the fact that he said it is going to go higher. So I'm a short-term
Bitcoin believer.
not a believer.
Oh,
I'm a Bitcoin bull because the bubble is about to get a whole lot bigger. The bubble's about to get a whole lot bigger.
you have to know when to sell it.
You can't time a market because see that's so let me give you some education.
Okay, that's what I wondered as well.
Okay, so let's talk about GameStop.
All right,
Okay.
yeah, it's down.
Is it
Oh,
down?
yeah.
It's 212, I think, right now.
Really? Well, here's why. It's got to go down. There's no value there either. The only thing that's there is okay. Do you know why why the price was going up?
Everyone decided to buy.
There was more buyers than there was sellers.
Mhm.
So that pushed the price up. When there's more buyers than sellers of anything, the price goes up.
Right.
Okay. So there were 3 million buyers because of Reddit and they were on there, creating this short squeeze. Do you know how a short position works or
The short.
so
When you short, when you put it to, you plan for it to lose money after you.
yes. So you can only buy or sell stocks, but you can buy an option
Mhm.
that will allow you to sell a stock that you don't own. So if the price when GameStop was $17 per share, that was too high. It's not worth anything. Its intrinsic value is very, very low.
They said $10 is what they plan for it to be at.
Okay, so they're buying it they were selling it for 17,
Mhm.
expecting it to go down. They make a lot of money when that happens. I did it with Facebook right just a few days ago,
Right.
and it did come down, not enough for me to make a lot of money, but it came down enough where I was, I almost made up for what I lost the previous few weeks. But when it goes down, when it goes from 17 to 10, they make a lot of money. But if buyers start buying it, the price goes up and they have to cover. It's a margin call. They have to cover. So and you can only lose when you buy a stock, you can only lose however much you put in there. But when you're in a short position, the higher that you have infinite possibility of loss,
Unlimited risk, right?
unlimited risk. It can just keep soaring and you have to keep covering. And actually, one of the hedge funds, see, all these hedge funds were just shorting. And as the price was going up, they were losing tremendously. One hedge fund lost 42% of their value. It was 12. Now, the hedge fund was worth $12 billion pre Reddit short squeeze, and it's worth $8 billion. So it lost like 42% of its value, something like that, something crazy like that. Okay, billion, man. So anyway, that's what a short position is, and that's what a short squeeze is. Okay, but in every market, housing market, real estate market, the more buyers you have, when you have more buyers than sellers, the price goes up.
Right.
Okay. So right now you have a lot of buyers in GameStop. But to sell, when it's time to sell, you have to have a buyer. Okay. So just because that price was at $470 the other day or whatever it was, right? there was, for somebody to buy it, there had to be a seller. Okay. Now, when you put in sale orders, when those sale orders start coming in, there has to be a buyer there. So when you have a lot of sale orders, everybody starts seeing these sale orders coming in, and they're going to start selling. Once it starts, then you have everybody selling. Once the first big sale order goes through, then everybody starts putting in their sale orders. Well, guess what? There has to be a buyer there. Or because I tried when I was in a terrible short position, I put my sell order in. Let me out. Let me out. It just sat there unfilled. You can't fill an order. So you know what you have to do? You have to change the ask. You put your ask in at 470. There's no buyer for 470. So you put it in at 469. There's no buyer. So then everybody and so it's musical chairs. There's two chairs right here. And when the sale orders start coming in, boom, you got two people who sell, two people sit down. Everybody else is running around looking for a chair. Meanwhile, the price is
dropping.
What's it at today? Smith GameStop. Now I'm gonna tell you why this is happening. This is unfortunate. You said it was like 200 and something?
212, I thought last time I checked.
Okay, so those people who got on Reddit and they said, hold the line.
Right.
Hold the line.
It's at 255 right now.
Okay, 255. So now remember, where was it at 470?
Yeah.
Okay, so at 470. The people who bought into this at $470 have lost half their money.
They took an L.
If you put 10,000 in, now you got 5,000. Okay, so now there's a good chance it might go back up if they will allow them to trade again. Wall Street is not going to lose, right?
No,
they're not going to lose. So they're putting tremendous pressure on these apps to not let people do this. Now, this morning, they said that Robinhood will allow you to buy one share.
Yep.
And you
come on,
I've seen
you
that.
cannot buy fractional.
It's all
You
all
can't.
in and all 254 one time.
Yeah. So
Stop.
now they're going to have, if they're now they have to convince these people who bought at 300 and 350 to hold on, even though the price is 250 now. Okay. They got to convince them that. And to make the price go up, they're going to have to get more buyers in. They got to get the buyers back in there, and you can only buy one at a time. Now they're in trouble.
Yes. Lost a lot of money.
Now let's talk about something. So that's what Bitcoin is as well. Excuse me. Bitcoin is the same thing. It has no value. It's a bubble. Now, when you have people like Elon Musk talking about that, it's, he's a fan of Bitcoin, it's going to go up. It's going to go up.
I agree.
So I'm going to buy into the bubble and ride it from 33,000 to 100,000. I'm going to try. This is dumb. This is not financial advice. I'll get to some financial advice in it. This is dumb, what I'm about to tell you right here. I'm going to try to time it and sell at 100,000.
I wouldn't mind trying that either.
Okay. So, but guess what? If I have that idea, I guarantee you there's a whole lot of other people who had that same idea.
They want to sell right at 100.
So when it gets to 90,000, somebody might sell and trigger that sell-off. And when the sell-off comes, it comes fast. We were all excited talking about Bitcoin being 42,000. It was over $40,000 the other day. Mm-hmm. People bought in at 40,000. So if you bought in at 40,000, you just lost 25% of your investment money because it went back down to 30,000.
Yes.
It's not a store of value. It's not any of the things they claim it is. It's just simply this fun little thing to talk about. Now let's talk about something that has real value. Silver.
Silver, it's on the rise as well.
It is. But here's the difference. I hope they drive the price right on up because I have a lot of silver and I made 10% on my silver overnight. Okay. And I think it's going to continue to go up. Here's what the Reddit people don't know though. The silver market is big. So you only have a certain amount of stocks in GME, but the silver market is huge. There's trillions of ounces. Google how many ounces of silver are there in the world. Or to be more, you can Google that, but then to be more technically, be more sophisticated, we could say, what is the market cap of silver?
Okay. There are
3 billion ounces.
3 billion ounces. Yes.
That's smaller than I thought. What's the market cap?
1.422 trillion.
Okay. 1.42 trillion. Okay. Is the market cap. Now, the market cap of GameStop, even when it was valued at $400 a share, was like 18 billion. Okay. So it's long, you're playing with a much bigger market cap. That's there. So it's going to be harder. 3 million people buying silver. By the way, please buy some silver and buy some SLV because I want it to go up. And I'm riding this rocket. I expect it to go up, but it's going to be harder to manipulate. So when you see silver surging, all that is the fundamentals. There is a real value in silver. Okay. It is a commodity. It is used in electronics. It has value. It is a store of value, and it can be manipulated because the big banks have been manipulating silver to try to keep the price down. The real value of silver should already be $100 an ounce. But you have JP Morgan and you have all these big banks that are basically squeezing it down so that they don't have to show you all the real inflation that's going on. So Smith, pull up one of those. Go to one of our websites that we had ready to roll here, one of the silver websites. I want to show you something. Boom. Okay. So turn around and see if we can see this here. This right here, I'll tell you what it is. This is on, what's the website? This is jmbullion.com.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. First of all, notice this. Out of stock, out of stock, out of stock, out of stock. So a few weeks ago, you could have bought this 100-ounce silver bar right here for about $1,900. I know this because I have a lot of them. Okay. Today, their price is $3,400. Okay. Now, see, this is real. This is sitting in my safe deposit box. Okay. Inside a secure vault at the bank. I have real silver. I can hold it in my hand. This is not Bitcoin. This is real. Okay. It has value, and it's a tremendous demand. The demand for silver, electronics all over the world need silver. And now people are buying it as an insurance and as an investment. The price is $33.90, and there's not even any in stock. Okay. So what's going to happen here is going to continue to go up. Okay. Click on, let's go to another website.
All right.
You know what this is? It's called a monster box. Okay. $21,638. You can buy it now for $22,000. Just a few months ago, you could have bought this for $16,000. Actually, you could have bought it for less than that. But you know how I know this?
You have one.
Because I have several of these. Okay. So today you can buy that one. It's really in stock. These are 2020. There's 500 coins in there. The year 2020 American Silver Eagle you can buy for $22,000. I'm telling you right now, you need to buy it for $22,000. I hope that the short squeezers help the price to go up. But even if it doesn't, I'm not worried about it because it's going up on its own. Silver and gold are going up. And it is a matter of time before the markets realize that inflation is a bad thing, that real money, real gold and silver is a good thing. And the people who own it now, okay, Smith, we had a prediction back in early January. I said Facebook is going to drop after they report their numbers. Can we pull up a chart of Facebook?
Sure thing.
So while he's pulling up that chart of Facebook, I'm going to make another prediction. All right. Facebook.
We'll go out, what, a month?
Yeah, 1 month. I said when they report their numbers. I said after they report their numbers, it's going to drop 10%. And it did. So I was accurate on that. While you're right there, pull up gold.
Okay. Stock or just gold?
Gold's fine. Just gold. Gold price.
Whoops.
Get it on kick,
Okay.
So
Looking at your screen on my screen, so I'm a little
that's
used to it.
fine. But basically, we don't have. I like to have the visual. There, okay. We got the
There
visual.
it goes.
Gold is 1863. Give us a 1 year.
1 year?
All right. So that's an aggressive looking chart shooting up. However, this was been more accurate of what it's really worth. As inflation rises, we keep printing money, Felipe. Gold,
I have something to back it up.
it is going up there. So gold is going. That's my prediction. I'm telling you right now. Those who buy gold and silver, you can click that over. You got the silver right there. It's $28. It was over $30 this morning. It's dropped a little bit. Silver is going to the moon. Silver and gold going to the moon. Those of you who own gold and silver today, those of you who buy gold and silver today, will be very happy you did. January 2022. January 2022. You'll be very happy that you bought gold and silver. Do we have any comments on there today?
We sure do.
Let's talk about them.
Nice.
All right. I don't know who was on your account, but they said, "Good morning, Billy. Looking forward to some money knowledge."
That had to be
Maybe Kevin.
or Jamie.
Ray Mucci said that buyback Billy is at it again.
Every day, Ray. Every day, Ray. Ray, do you have any gold and silver?
We went over that one. Carol Harper Dixon said, "Good morning to y'all."
Good morning, Carol.
And we got a string of Joey comments. Said, "That's like locking the ability to make money in your safe." We were talking about the debit card earlier.
Yeah, so for real, man, I gotta use that boost. That's free Bitcoins.
Yes.
No
But you
doubt.
know what? It makes sense that Bitcoin's free because it's not worth anything.
See, he says, if you get something for free that has no intrinsic value, it is still worth doing, right?
So he's trying to get me right there. Right? He's trying to get me right. Yes, Joey, because here's why. You have nothing to lose and you have the opportunity for it to go up.
Yes.
Gotcha, Joey. You can't paint me. You can't box me in like that. So here's what he said. If you read it again.
If you get something for free that has no intrinsic value, it is still worth doing, right?
Yes, because it has the ability to rise in value.
Big upside with little to. There's no
downside.
no downside at all.
Yep. You won't be better off for taking free Bitcoin. I'm sorry, you won't be worse off. You will not be worse off for not Say it for me.
For not taking Bitcoin.
I think it's actually inaccurate. You will not be worse off
if you
for
buy
taking free Bitcoin.
taking.
There you go.
There we go. Sorry about that.
You have now. That is not true. If we go back to silver, you very well and most likely will be worse off if you do not buy silver. So buy silver.
Need to purchase some.
Me too. He says Elon is definitely in the running to be the smartest on the planet too.
Yeah, because he's got that device he's going to plant in his head.
Genius.
True. So concerning a short option, if you buy short options to sell a stock that you don't currently own at 240 and the stock goes to 220, would it make you more money to sell the option or buy up the stock at 220 and use your 240 options?
You would make more money with the option. Definitely a lot better return because you could do all that and execute the trade, but then you got to use more of your capital. That option is very cheap. It's a very cheap tool that allows you all the benefit of owning the stock without actually owning the stock. So it would be silly to buy the stock.
Says, did they limit to one share or say they won't allow trades in less than or more than whole numbers?
They did both. Answer that, Philippe. Smith.
So there were about 7 or 8 of these stocks. It was GameStop, AMC, American Airlines, Nokia, BlackBerry, and I think there were 1 or 2 more. And they had them all limited on different numbers. I think GameStop was like 1, AMC was like 5. They have a limit on the options trade, which is a little bit higher than what you can actually purchase. And they had limited you to making full share purchases. So, of course, if you wanted a GameStop, you were going to dish out $400. There was no buying $20 and see if I can get a 20 or 50% off of it.
So it's basically, they said both of that, Joey. They said you can only buy 1 share and it has to be a whole share.
Right.
That's on GameStop. Now, here's the beautiful thing about gold and silver. Is that a gold? You got a gold necklace?
Yes. I mean, a chain right here.
See, that chain, that jewelry he has around his neck is proof that gold has value. It is, you make things with it. It has a purpose. I have a gold. I wasn't shooting a bird. I have a white gold. I think it's white gold. I have to ask April what my material is. But you make jewelry with gold. Gold is real. Yes. Here's the beautiful thing. Robin Hood, TD Ameritrade, Fidelity, every stockbroker in the world can say, you cannot buy any more gold stock. That's okay. I'll go to the pawn shop.
Just buy some gold chains, gold rings.
I'll go to the pawn shop, man. You can't stop me from buying gold. So what's the more democratic tool, Smith, Robin Hood or gold?
Gold.
And they accuse gold hodlers of being rich, greedy, capitalists that aren't democratic.
It's funny. I seen someone point out the other day, the CEO or whatever of Robinhood actually removed his partner in crime tag on his Twitter after all this happened.
Mm-hmm. Guarantee you. Yep. I told you guys Robinhood, and I told you from the beginning. I told you to leave Robinhood alone.
I gotta say, I do love the app functions, but I think Webull has pretty much everything it has.
So how do you feel about not being able to use the damn app to buy?
No kidding.
You want. Yeah.
No kidding.
The functionalities.
It's kind of besides the point if you can't buy what you want.
That's true.
Any more comments?
Joey said, but the people that take advantage of dollar cost averaging can still be ahead.
Dollar cost averaging. That is a slippery slope, Joey. Do you know what dollar cost averaging is?
No, I can't explain. I won't be able to explain that.
Okay, let me give you some good advice. I'll take Joey's bait here as well. and I'll give you some good. This is real advice. I'm qualified to make this advice. First of all, get you a stockbroker. I recommend Story Wealth Management and use the intelligence of their models as well as the someone who's been doing this for a long time and that's their job. Okay. So that's my first real piece of advice. My second small piece of advice is if you're going to invest with Robinhood and TD Ameritrade and Fidel, all these online apps or all these places where you can do your own stock picking,
right?
Pick stocks and buy those stocks. Don't sell.
I don't.
Okay. Don't sell. And if you like the company, unless something terrible happens, right? So like the short position I took on Facebook was stupid. I did it because I felt like it was going to go down, but it was still not smart. I would have been much better off. Here's what Joey means: to buy. When it's high, you buy. When it's low, you buy. That's dollar cost averaging.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Typically, they'll say when it's low, you buy more. Of course, try and get that number down as far as possible. One thing that I do love about these apps, at least the ones that have all the functionalities, is the fact that you can place in a limit order. If you got the price and this is as high as I would buy it for, you can set that up for the next 90 days.
So true. So yeah, you definitely need to be taking advantage of the limit options now. But
Mm-hmm.
if you are in for the long haul, how old are you, Smith?
28.
How old are you?
25.
Okay, so we got some 25. We got some 20 somethings in here, guys. We got some 20 somethings watching. Listen, time is on your side. Forget worrying about the price. Just buy it.
Just buy it.
Just buy it, man. Let me tell you something. Do you think you'll be worse off or better off 20 years from now if you buy $100 worth of Apple stock every week from now for the next 20 years?
Better.
Be better off?
Absolutely.
That's all you need to think about. All this other stuff is just fun to talk about. If you really want some good advice, sure, you can do some research to find out, what the values are. And, there's some indicators of what you think the stock might do. In the long run is all that matters, though. So there's a very good chance that this stock market we're looking at could fall back to 20,000, the Dow Jones.
It's a possibility.
It's a possibility. But if you're buying at 30,000 and you're buying at 25,000, you're buying at 20,000, 20 years from now, you're counting on 20 years from now, I'm confident the Dow Jones will be a lot higher than 30,000. So if I'm buying all the way to that point, I'm much better off.
Yes.
Because you're constantly adding to the number of shares you have. That's what you got to be looking at. I want a lot of shares of of a few stocks.
Some Amazon shares. Those guys are, those are rough right there.
I got some of them. Do you know what Warren Buffett, who is the number one, he's the best. Time has proven that he's the best investor of all times, maybe second only to Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk, because they were smart enough to invest in their own stock, and they're the two richest people on the planet. But anyway, the person who's an investor as a career, Warren Buffett, he has two rules in stocks. You know what they are?
I know it's don't buy multiple stocks. I think he's anywhere from 6 to 8 stocks, and just keep purchasing those stocks.
That is a very good idea that he has, which is to the point I'm talking about. Pick you just a few companies and buy. So, but his rule number one is don't lose money.
Don't lose money by buying more.
Don't lose money. So you want to be very particular what you buy. He's not I have a big risk tolerance, right? I'll take a short position on the hottest stock out there, obviously, and doesn't always work out. But he is a long-term investor, and you never lose money. Don't ever risk your money in something that might lose money. So
buy Bitcoin.
You don't buy Bitcoin. He would not. I promise, he is not a Bitcoin fan. He is a bear on Bitcoin. But you buy stocks like Coca-Cola, you buy stocks like Apple, you buy stocks that are going to be here 20 years from now. We think they are. If something terrible happens, you can swap out.
Well, again, Coke's a good buy right now, actually.
Probably is. But again, there's some smart technology and some smart people, and there's some smart brokers out there that can give you. This is entertainment show that has a little bit of education in it. We are
entertainment.
We are not qualified to give you financial advice on stocks. I am, however, qualified to tell you, you need to increase your income. You need to focus on what makes you the most amount of money and then 10x that, scale it. If you have a business, you need to be texting your customers, and you need software to do that with. DigiNinja is the most effective software on the planet. Have we got a DigiNinja tab?
We got a DigiNinja tab? We sure do.
Let's take a look at the DigiNinja tab. So there's digininja.com right there. And you can go to this site, and there should be a widget on there. I don't know where.
Is it behind Felipe?
No,
Actually, it's not there.
Dang it.
They're updating the site. But so you can come here, you can go to digininja.com and text us, but actually probably be a little faster to go to billymerritt.com. Looks like they're working on the DigiNinja landing page. But if you go in, here's the thing. See that license plate right there is a big
log in.
Scroll up a little bit more. All right, scroll down then.
Okay.
Oh, right there. If you log in right there, you'll be inside the most effective texting platform on the planet, and you can use that software to build. So let's talk about you can go back to the other screen.
Okay.
Let's talk about texting, Felipe.
Yes, sir.
What's the benefit of texting your customer as opposed to talking to them on Facebook Messenger?
More convenient.
More convenient?
I believe so.
Yep. I mean, it definitely can be. So with a text, which SMS, which is text, you can actually, you have their phone number.
Yes. You have information. You can't just have their Facebook. They could deactivate their Facebook, never come back, and they just lost the lead.
Yep. So we're big fans. Text messages are seen by 98% of all texts are read.
Yes.
98%. Most of them within the first 5 minutes. Large majority. So what's one thing that you can do with text software that you can't do with a regular cell phone?
You can send a mass text out to all your leads.
You can broadcast. So so what I tell people, the first thing you need to do is get a text number through a software like DigiNinja and have that number attached to everything. So if you put it on all your advertising, we just did a big direct mail piece for a dealership out in Texas.
Yes.
You were working that page a little while.
It's very busy, very successful so far.
It was very busy. And so the direct mail piece had call us or text. I don't even think it didn't even say text us, did it? We set it up to say call us. So when they called that number, that was a DigiNinja number, it rang here to our call center. Okay. Before someone answered it, it was sent, it received a voice prompt. It said, "Hey, did you know you can also text us at this number? Hold on for an operator." Then I heard you and
Ty.
Kevin, Ty. I heard Ty in there answering that phone, setting appointments for this car dealer. So direct mail is not as stale as it used to be, because here's the problem with direct mail. Most people throw it out. It's a gimmick. I'm not driving down to the dealership to check this out. But they might call. And if you have a way for them to call and or text, as we do, then they will text, and you can start building your case for why they need to come to the dealership.
Right.
You start
building enough value, give them enough information for them to come down, check what's going on, trade in, possibly get a car.
So direct mail is 10 times more powerful with a text number on there.
I believe so.
Yes. And the goal that you want to keep in mind with your text number is you want to build an audience. You want to build a big audience. You want to build a big, we'll call it a database. You want a big you want a big list.
Yes.
You want a list of customers, okay, that you can text. And by the way, DigiNinja, we make sure that everybody's opted in as well so that you're being legal beagle. Okay. Now with that list, the bigger that list grows, the more powerful it becomes. Felipe said you could send them a text blast. That's right. You get 10,000 people in your list, 1,000, 2,000, 10,000. You can broadcast a big offer, your special message to all of them at one time. Now, I don't recommend, but about 100 or 200 at a time, especially because you want to stick to the rules of text message selling.
Be faster, you're dead.
Yeah, you got to be fast. So if you got 100 people texting you at one time, you're going to have several resources, several ninjas on there, handling this. So, but it is a very cool the way we have the inbox set up, and we can have multiple ninjas on one inbox if it gets crazy.
Right.
Or if it's kind of slow, we can have one ninja on 3 inboxes. And then when that starts getting a little too hectic, add resources. But we can do that with the click of a mouse.
Absolutely.
Yep. My favorite feature is the future message. Have you used that?
I have.
So when would you actually schedule a future text? When would you use that?
As soon as I've confirmed an appointment.
Okay, so you got a customer. He says, "I want my voucher."
Right,
and then you go down the road of what do you when somebody says, "I want my voucher," what do you text them?
Say, great, no problem. Thank you for inquiring about this big event. To claim your voucher, you just have to come in for a test drive of one of our great vehicles.
Okay, so you start that conversation, and then they agree to a time, and an appointment Saturday at 2:00.
Right.
You set the appointment.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then you schedule a future message?
Yeah, first I'll let them know to ask for our event coordinator. Then I'll schedule a future message. Let's say their appointment's at 4:00. I'll schedule the message for that day at, let's say, 3:30. Hey, just checking up with you, making sure you're coming in for your appointment. Is there any reason you can't be here?
Gotcha. So and then you schedule that appointment for Saturday at 3:30, or 30 minutes to an hour before their appointment time.
Right.
And when you hit schedule, whatever you typed in there will go to that customer at that time.
Yes.
So you could be you could be at home. You may not be working that day. You may be off. That may be your day off. And you schedule the appointment and you schedule the message. They're going to get a reminder from you 30 minutes before. So we're using a little bit of AI now.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I had a problem with artificial intelligence, but when it's this smart, I actually like it.
I think we're like a 90-10 split there between real humans, AI.
And then another thing is the automation. Did you notice how the latest update actually starts having a conversation with the customer before you get involved?
Yes, I tried responding. I seen the AI jump in there first. Well, I just let them finish out what they're going to. I just jumped in and like that.
Now most website chats and things like that have AI have horrible programming. Do you agree?
Yes.
They ask dumb questions. They just force the wrong thing. It's just, how would you rate DigiNinja's artificial intelligence and the programming and the automation that we use?
I like it a lot so far. I'd give it a 10 from what I'm seeing. I'd say 9 because I'm sure there's room to improve somewhere.
Yeah, we're going to make it smarter. The beautiful thing is when you're doing specific campaigns, let's say you're having a voucher campaign, you can go in and save. You can program the automation to say what you want it to say.
Right.
So you're still using a real person to program your automation. And then if next week you're switching to a $4,000 over Kelly Blue Book offer, you can program the language you want to use there. And it'd be like talking to Felipe the Avatar.
Right.
So AI feel.
I feel like it.
AI feel. You're going to live forever.
Legend.
Immortal.
Out in the database.
Do we have any new comments before we move on?
Joey Arvidsson says, "I like that dark 30 hat."
Thank you, Joey. Got some new ones in.
You should buy a dark 30 text number, DigiNinja number. And did you know? You didn't know this because you haven't seen this update. You've been out there on the road being productive. All right, Smith, you're smart. I got some smart guys in here with me. Do you know how an economy works and grows? Do you know what causes an economy to grow?
When you ask it that simply, kind of
makes you feel kind of silly that you don't have an answer for that, doesn't it? I didn't.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So just spending money.
He's been listening to.
You have said that consumer economy, right?
Well, yes, I have, but he's been listening to some of these Keynesian economists who say that spending causes growth. Growth causes spending. Okay. What causes growth is production.
Ah,
If you're not producing goods and services for someone to consume, then spending is killing your economy. So all right, this is going to get a little bit deep, but it's very simple. They are spending money right now to stimulate the economy, and what it's really doing is sedating the economy. Spending all this money that is for the sake of, I know for the sake, they're wanting to get it in the hands of people who need it. I understand the moral idea of it. Okay. I'm not even saying I'm against it. Okay. I'm saying that it's in the long run, it's going to hurt the economy. Causes inflation. It sedates the economy. Inflation is nothing more than a tax. The $10 you have today will buy $10, will buy 10 bananas. And in the future, if it can only buy 5 bananas, then that you have been taxed 50%.
yes.
By them printing money. Now, if we can produce something like goods or services, for instance, you're going back to Louisiana.
Yes, sir.
This week?
Tomorrow.
Okay. So last week you were in Louisiana.
Yes, sir.
We have big offers, big claims. I make bold claims to car dealers. A car dealer called me and said, can you help me sell cars? I said, yes, I'll be happy to take your money. Okay. It was $9,000. The man gave me $9,000.
Right.
I said, I'm going to do your Facebook ads. I'm going to send Felipe out there, and Felipe is going to help you sell a lot of cars. $9,000 is a lot of money to hand somebody.
Yes, sir.
All right. He gave me $9,000. You went out there. How many days were you there?
4 days.
You were there 4 days. You know how many cars you sold?
Ooh. Oh, we sold, I want to say from 25 to 30. I think we got around 50 to 60,000 in gross.
Okay. So he gave us 9,000. Your gross profit was 50,000. That's $41,000 before he pays commission. That's a good investment. You produced revenue for this car dealer.
Yes, sir.
So he wanted to do it again. Be happy to. So you're going back out there. That is production, and that is growth. So think about this, man. This is some economics that people, I don't know why I've never, I guess because I haven't thought about that much until I started reading some of these economy books and about how real economy grows. It grows because of production. So he gave me $9,000. That caused my bank account to grow.
Right.
I paid you $3,000. That caused your bank account to grow.
Yes.
He put 25 car deals on the books and $50,000 in gross profit. That caused his bank account to grow. That's growth, Smith. That's growth. If he called me and said, Billy, we had a tough time because we just had a hurricane, and they did. It destroyed their dealership.
Rough.
It's the first time they've been able to do a new event.
Yes.
If he called me and said, hey, Billy, I'm in a tough spot, man. Will you give me $2,000 to help me out? I may have done it because he was a great friend and a great customer, but I would have just let's say that he had chosen that approach.
Mm-hmm.
I gave him a check for $2,000. That helped him out. Nothing was produced.
Right.
Nothing was produced. It just drained my bank account
To his.
and transferred over to his. There was no production.
With production, you produce jobs, produces money, produces spending.
Yes.
See where you're going there.
Yes. So it is, it's very important to know how an economy grows and to understand that it's about production. So the reason that I can boldly say that every dealership needs to be paying me $5,000 a month to handle their text platform, to create them. First of all, because I've created something. We've created DigiNinja, which is very valuable. It's a tool. It is a product. Okay. It is a good. It is a software platform. Okay. So it's real. And then it has value. You can log in and you can do it yourself. Okay. We also have a service where we do it for you. We're producing goods and services that help people. Now we've always, and this hasn't changed. You know, our job title is what? Our job title.
Whatever needs to be done.
Solve problems.
It's a problem solver.
That's right. That's
I
right.
couldn't think of that.
I know. So, you know, I've been back. I went back and watched some of these shows, and we talk fast. We change subjects, and sometimes you'll be thinking about something.
I was going to say something else. I didn't go with the show at all.
Yeah,
Couldn't say that.
Yeah. So anyway, we're problem solvers, and we all know that we're problem solvers. But you know, at the end of the day, that is what we are, problem solvers.
Yes.
But when we think about it technically, our job is production. We have to produce. Let me tell you something that's that is amazing to me. Labor, and I need to research this and see how accurate I am when I say this. I'm pretty sure labor is the biggest producer of wealth. It has to be. You think about this. You build a house.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Somebody, you have an idea. I want to build this house. By the way, if you want to buy a house, you need to ask for April. Somebody put her text number in the comments. Ask for April. She's a real estate agent now.
Yes.
Yeah.
I buy my home, I'll buy from her.
Yeah. She's slinging wood.
Yeah.
Pencils.
Singles here and there.
Lumber. Yeah. She's good. Yeah. Rooftops. She's slinging rooftops.
There we go.
All right. So anyway, if you go and say, I want to build a house, take your plans to a designer, and they get it, an architect, they get the house builder to give you a price. $100,000 what's it going to cost you to build a house. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You have $100,000. Okay. They don't have $100,000 and they don't have a house.
Right.
Okay. But when you give them $100,000, they build your house and they use your money to buy the material, and say that it costs them $50,000. Their labor creates the other $50,000. You have $100,000. Now you have $100,000 house. You still have your money.
Right.
And they have $50,000. So $50,000 was created out of thin air through labor.
That's good. Need jobs to build the house, the people who put the shingles, wiring, plumber.
That is how wealth is created, through hard work. You know, spending money. Now, if you're on the receiving end of that money, you can benefit from that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you're a retailer, Amazon benefited tremendously in 2020. You know,
they like the stimmy.
Yeah, they like the stimmy. The stimmy's going to bite you in the ass before it's over with. We got any comments to close out with?
Yes, sir.
What we got?
Brooklyn Nicole Peavy says, "Hey, Phil."
Hey, Brooklyn.
Hey, Brooklyn.
Joey Arvidsson says, oh, by the way, he said it was him on the account. Says, indeed, gold isn't just a precious addition to your jewelry collection. It can even benefit your health.
I don't know how.
Improves blood circulation, healing the wounds and control infections, skincare treatment, regulates body temperature, helps with arthritis, treats addiction, controls the growth of cancer.
That's
this guy did help my arthritis a little bit.
Did it?
Yeah.
Let's move on, Joey.
I was wondering about that. Joey Arvidsson says messaging is the #1 reported use of smartphones.
That's true. I do.
He's on the roll.
He's killing the game.
Maria Netta says, I am starting English classes so that I can understand your exhibitions in a satisfactory way, Mr. Billy. I want to learn how to make money. It seems that you are good at this.
We've been very successful, you know, now look, here's one thing that I want to make sure that everybody understands. Whether you're investing, whether you are growing an audience, whether you're making money, you know, it's not good to compare yourself to other people. There are thousands and thousands, there's millions of people who are way better at business and money than I am. I have a niche there. You know, we are experts at the art of text message selling. We're experts at selling. We're experts at training salespeople, and we have learned to monetize that very effectively.
Yes.
Nobody monetizes text message selling training of BDCs. Nobody monetizes Facebook events better than we do. We have been very successful at that. Now, beyond that, it's a great big world out there, and there's millions of people who are way more successful and way better at making money than we are. We just know our lane, and we stay in it, and we focus on it really hard.
Yes.
So, and it doesn't do you any good to compare your income and your money to me. And so many times when I'm talking to people about investing or money, they'll say, "No, I'm not making money like you, or I don't have that kind of investment." Look, it doesn't matter. Don't compare yourself to me.
Yeah, focus on the man in the mirror.
Focus on who you were yesterday, last month, and last year. And we've been able to grow, and I've got a team of people here. I hope most of you, are you better off than you were last year, Smith?
Absolutely.
Okay. Felipe?
Yeah, absolutely. I've had a great 2020. Looking forward to doubling this year too.
I absolutely am too. So who was that commenting?
Maria Netta.
Maria, thank you for watching the show. We are pretty good at making money, and we'll be happy to, if you're interested in sales and texting, we'll help you make some money too.
The last one, Candace Smith says, need more creative minds out there making newer and better inventions.
Yes, you do. And I tell you what else, Candace, the inventions are important, but there's nothing new in the world, right? So what we need more than that is just commitment. We need people who are committed to taking the information that's out there. There's enough information on this show we just talked about today. Skip the stocks. That's for fun and entertainment. But when it comes to texting, text message selling, sales training, in the 150 shows we've done, Smith, there's billions of dollars. All you need to do is listen to the shows again. And how could someone how could someone go back and watch all of our shows again?
Best place is still YouTube currently.
So find that link while we're doing. I want you to share that link behind us back here, and I want to talk about that a little bit. But if you go back and watch 150 episodes that we've had, there's tons. Grant Cardone told me there's $1 million in every book. You just have to find it. Well, I'm telling you, there's $1 million in every one of our episodes.
I agree.
There is, man. You just got to be willing. You got to find it, and then you have to relentlessly go after goals with that information. You have to outwork everybody.
Yeah, the content's king. It don't matter how much content you put out there. If you're the viewer doesn't take the content and actually put commitment and application to that, then it's doing you no good.
Yeah, man. To know is not enough. Knowledge is not power. That slipped right by you, didn't it? You didn't even hear what I said.
You said knowledge is not power.
That's correct.
Knowledge is not always power. It's something I heard old Lex Friedman say the other day.
I don't know who Lex Friedman is, but I can tell you from my own mind and from my position, you can tell people that you heard Billy say this: knowledge is not power. Some of the smartest people in the world are librarians, research, professors. They're not very powerful. They're powerful in that they can affect young people positively or negatively, but organized knowledge with a plan of action is power. So what you got right there, Smith? What are you looking at?
Figured I'd show off just, the playlists we've got here. So
flex.
Obviously got the DigiNinja Academy up here. You can see what we're currently live streaming.
So if you were to go to YouTube and type in Billy W. Merritt, they could watch all of our shows.
Absolutely. And if you just scroll down a bit more, this is all of the full episodes, starting with the newest to the oldest. This is full episodes by the show. So if you just want to watch Monday Morning Money Show, maybe you just want to watch Winning Together, etc.
I'm going to do a little commercial right here.
Sure thing.
Make sure we can see DigiNinja. All right, guys. Okay, I'll let you. I'll pause so that we can have a clear beginning of the commercial.
Sure thing.
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Hey guys, Billy Merritt here, and I'm here with Felipe Tinajero. He is my co-host. We do a live show every single day at 11 a.m.
Yes, sir.
Felipe, where can they find these shows?
YouTube.com. Just go to the search bar and type in Billy W. Merritt.
And for those of you who have watched the show already, I'm going to ask a favor of you. I would appreciate it if you would go to youtube.com, type in Billy W. Merritt, click on one of the shows, give me a like, give me a subscribe, and give me a share. It would mean the world to me, and one day I'll be able to repay that favor. So if you do me a favor, go to YouTube, find me, and share a video. I'd greatly appreciate it. All right,
Cool.
We'll cut that up and put it out there. Let's put that one out there first. I want to get we need some help getting our YouTube channel out there.
We definitely do. Anything to get us in the algorithm.
We want to get in that algorithm.
Yes.
As soon as we get there, we got hundreds of videos for people to check out.
It's after 12, man.
Yes, sir.
May need to get Jamie.
See you soon.
Yes, sir.
See you guys.
Thank you. That was a good show. I like this board.